Hello, everyone. We're still kind of getting our fecal matter aggregated here. Tonight's going to be a lot of story stuff. At least that's what we hope. You are in the lower decks. Hiding somewhere, probably over by one of the bells, I assume?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Well, hopefully your days have gone pretty well, everyone. Today was kind of a late start for me. I've been having sleeping issues again, but it is what it is. Okay, tell me when you're ready and we'll take off to Porta Pretora.
If that doesn't say I'm ready, what does?
Switching over to Rylea camp.
Ow!
Oh, I did update the stream info. Oh, I hope it took.
Last bit of story for the Sowwors of Werlyt.
Okay, then it did indeed update.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it didn't, it'd still be talking about Eden. Yeah, I know we can fly here, but we're not going that far.
Indeed.
Someone has... Wow, I just realized this chocobo here is freaking huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I mean, is that thing almost as big as Urva?
Yes.
Yes, it's a full-on drop chocobo. I'd never noticed that before. And it's purple.
Yes.
Okay then. Oh, I also found some Easter eggs recently in the latest dungeon. Matoya's relic.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a couple Easter eggs there that are hilarious if you know what you're looking at.
Oh dear.
Resistance officer.
We recently received word of your victory over the Emerald Weapon. I expect it was another fine display on your part, not that any of us were there to see it. Nope, just me and 7 of my closest friends. For that reason, we'd be grateful if you could give us a blow-by-blow account, if you wouldn't mind. Now, first I died, then I died again, then I died some more.
And then I rezzed people, and then I died again.
Yeah. Good grief, it sounds like you had an awful lot to contend with. Rather you than me. I shall add this to our ever-growing stack of reports should anyone wish to review this information ahead of the next sortie. Now, if I may say so, it looks like your ordeals have taken their toll. We'll let you know if anything requires your attention, but until then, be sure to get some rest. Isn't that what we did yesterday? Meanwhile, in the 7th Legion's correction chamber.
Oh, that's not good.
No. Three weapons. 3 pitiful displays of ineptitude. Oh! Yeah, I'm not going to do a proper scream. No. To make matters worse, one of my prime candidates, your precious sister no less, has escaped. She didn't escape, she was captured. And who should she go crawling to but that swine Gaius? After everything I've done for her, this is how she repays me. As her older brother, it's your responsibility to instill some discipline in her, and you've failed miserably. Well, don't just stand there, boy. Oh, of course, it's your first time, isn't it? Come along, there's no need to be shy. What a face. You see, something wicked has taken hold of this young man, and it's our job to cleanse his troubled spirit. It may look painful, but it's the only way, I assure you. He'll be ever so grateful, and you'll want him to get better, don't you? There's a good boy. Now, let's try again, shall we? Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad. Burn out the bad.
Oh,
The bad. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going for this.
and this is the problem with peer pressure.
Those don't sound much like gauntlets. Well done. You've all made Father proud. Very proud indeed. As for you, I thought you were cut above the rest of the savages, but it appears I was mistaken. And since you allowed that wretched sister of yours to escape, it falls to you to act as her replacement. I choose you as the next pilot, and your mission is simple. Kill Gaius van Baelsar, whatever it takes. And if you so much as entertain the idea of betraying me again, I'll exterminate every last one of your kind. Like the vermin they are.
Oh boy. They're pushing that model, aren't they?
Yes, just a bit. Having said that, we will be forcibly initiating Oversoul during Xenos' combat data, so whatever schemes you may be hatching will never come to pass. All you need to do is sit back and let the synthetic Aurosite system do the work, with you as its conduit. You should thank me for allowing you to become part of my masterpiece. Your worthless existence will finally have some semblance of meaning.
Wow. The Guardian Society is sure breeding a lot of SOBs.
Yeah. Lord Valens, preparations for the Oversoul trial are complete. We await your orders. Splendid. There's never a dull moment around here. Now then, boys, who'd like to see something special? Come along, everyone. Father has secrets to share with you. Thanks, Cold. Didn't need that warning.
No spoilers.
This is my chance. It's all thanks to the sacrifices made by my dear siblings. Finally, the weapon will be mine to command. Once it has reached perfection, I will be unstoppable. First Valens, then the Empire itself will fall, and we will be free at last. Mother, keep Allie safe. Melisandria, Recon, Rex, I'll see this through to the end. I promise. Until then, watch over me.
I don't think a weapon using Xenos' combat data is going to be controllable.
There's something to be said for that.
After all, Xenos is not controllable.
So, is it ready or not? The trial sequence has been primed, sir. Then get on with it. Oh.
Initiating synthetic aurosite system. Loading diamond weapon simulation.
What's going on? You're helping us with a little research is all, whatever your name is. The time has come for you to contribute to the glory of Gorlemald. This isn't what we agreed. You said that if I took part in the experiment, you'd let my family go. You have Xenos' data loaded, yes? Activate Oversoul and be quick about it.
Understood, Lord Valens. Galvus combat data ready. Initiating organic core override.
My mind is no. If this is what it takes to protect you both, I I love you. I'm so sorry. That looked bad.
That was very bad.
Where is my prey?
Yeah. Organic core override complete. Xenos Ye Galvus data loaded.
The subject is instinctively bound to seek out prey right from the outset. Regardless of the combat prowess it may boast, I need an obedient servant, not a ravenous beast. Enough. Shut it down.
Deactivating synthetic orocyte system.
How revolting. What a mess it makes of the cockpit. Adjust the settings and prepare for another run. Fortunately, we have the next test subject ready and waiting.
But sir, you agreed to release his family in exchange for his cooperation. Wow, you are spiking your mic so much it refused to let that through.
Good for it. My, I never knew you had such wonderful sense of humor. The great Valens von Varro bargaining with savages. Huh! More fool him for trusting me in the first place. And that went about. They're breeding. There's 2 of them now.
2 of whom now?
Bangs.
Oh, yeah. Well, we kind of knew the word Machina Fanatic would be at it.
Shall we get that taken care of?
Yeah, let's go tell him how wonderful his gunpla is.
Of late, all I can think about is weapons, weapons, weapons. I channel this passion into crafting homages of my favorite war machina, which is more than a mere hobby. It is the wind in my sails.
Emerald weapon.
Why, yes, of course. Just a moment, please. Oof, let's be good. This thing weighs a tons. Perhaps I should have used lighter materials. Yeah, someone needs to invent the plastic model kit. What's holding those up?
I don't know. Aether?
So, what do you think? Is it every bit as terrifying as the foe you faced? Behold the malevolent Malachite Marauder, the vicious Viridian Villain, the Jumuntius Jade Giant. Actually, perhaps not that last one. Anyway, it's the Emerald Weapon!
Leroy Jenkins!
I assure you, I spared no expense in making it as true to life, so to speak, as possible. The information we received regarding its design revealed several startling details. Perhaps most surprising of all were the free-floating manipulators, or hands if you prefer, which allowed it to attack from multiple angles simultaneously.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't so happy about that part.
We remember that part, unfortunately.
We even learned that their positioning was based on tactics used by Gaius himself when he led the Imperial invasion of Werlyt. He needs better tactics. By surrounding the target, they're able to bombard it from all sides while keeping it pinned down. Yeah. Not only that, but the Emerald weapon was able to perfectly replicate Gaius's renounced Terminus Est gunblade technique. Yeah, I saw that go off. Though on a much larger scale. I wish I could have been there to see it for myself. Ooh, you're so lucky.
No. No, I wasn't.
Okay, you go hop in the duty finder next time. Goodness me, all this talking has made me rather parched. But before I pour myself a nice glass of local auric, I think it's time for us to fire up the real virtually combat simulation experienciator to see what wonders it can conjure. Anything could happen, so don't say I didn't warn you. He is way too much into this.
Tacos are intensifying! I don't know I can handle this much taco-ness!
Yeah, okay, that's enough of that.
Okay, Mr. Resistance Officer.
In memory. The Resistance troops wish to help their newfound allies in Turncliffe. Ah, Rylea, Thayrin, I was hoping I might have a word with you. Ever since Turncliffe was liberated, we've been sending troops to aid in getting the town back on its feet, helping the residents, that sort of thing. We Alamegans know how hard life can be for society struggling to stand on its own after years of imperial rule. A lot of what most people would take for granted has to be rebuilt from the ground up. While we're able to assist when it comes to providing basic resources and keeping the place safe, there are countless other problems that need attending to. If you can spare the time, we could use your help. Bless you, Thayrin, Rylea. You really are saints. I'm sure the people of Turncliffe will benefit from having someone like you around. Once you're ready, have a word with your usual escort. I wish you all the best. So, the boss roped you into helping, did he? I knew you couldn't say no.
Yeah, that's just who we are. Shoulders sculpted by a lifetime of nodding.
Yes.
Doing a quick
Abundant
check with
citadel.
Gaius.
Probably going to be the same as last night.
Doesn't look it.
Yeah. The majority of the 7th Legion are sure to be stationed in the city of Werlyt, the heart of this occupied territory. Whether Alphonse is there with them remains to be seen. Actually, yeah, that is the same. According to Ali, another weapon lies in wait, but where, we do not know. It stands to reason, however, that if we were to find it, Alphonse would surely not be far away.
Okay, if that was the same, then we can move on.
Yeah, it was. Took me a moment to recognize it. And there's our despondent civilian.
You're the one who piloted the War Machina and defeated Sapphire Weapon, aren't you? I thought so. I've heard so much about you. but I doubt you know who I am. My name's Evelina. Evelina.
Evelina.
Evelina? Okay. And I grew up here. I stayed throughout the occupation and was put to work as a Magitech engineer. Thanks to you and yours, we are now rid of the Imperials, though I fear many of us will struggle to put our past behind us. For 10 long years, we suffered at their hands. A whole generation of young people were forced into the army and sent off to die in some distant land. I suppose I could be considered one of the lucky few. My work kept me here and away from the battlefield. I had hoped that my contributions might help the others live long enough to make it their way home. In the end, most of them never returned. Though my efforts were in vain, I can at least honor their memory. I want to leave something behind for their sakes, to prove that they haven't been forgotten. A monument bearing their names. To ensure that not a single person is omitted, I need to see the official list of conscripts. If one still exists, it would be inside the Imperial facility beneath the town. But with the resistance troops and ironwork engineers closing the place off, I can't get near it. Perhaps you might have a word with them for me? I'll leave as soon as I find the list. Thank you. I'll follow your lead.
And there's
Evelina? I'll let you do the talking if that's all right.
No problem. Oh, Mr. Burley? Something I can help you with.
Yes, actually.
I see. It's a bit unusual for one of the locals to show an interest in the Imperial's leavings, but it seems she has her reasons. Since we're still carrying out our investigations, we've closed the place off to prevent anyone interfering. Considering it's you who's talking, though, I can hardly say no. Still, I'd better go with her in case the others kick up a fuss.
You're very kind. I'm sorry for any trouble I've caused. You have my thanks.
Think nothing of it. I was glad to help.
As I suspected, the Imperials kept detailed records of the local conscripts. One name in particular stood out to me. My friend, Melisandre. I had no idea she'd been assigned to the 7th Legion of all places. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
How did you know her?
You go with that, I'll go with the second.
It all began when we were serving together in the 14th Legion. We had much in common, both being drafted from the same occupied territory, and we soon became firm friends. And one day she was sent to fight in Eorzea while I remained here.
What do you mean, of all places?
Hold on a sec. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much the same.
Yeah, wow, not even the first paragraph is different. I do miss real dialogue trees.
To be fair, they still put a lot of stuff here, so I can kind of forgive them the weak-ass dialogue trees. Pardon my Ellison. The day before she left, she came to say goodbye, together with her foster siblings from the orphanage. The youngest one, Regan, was particularly upset about not being allowed to speak with their adoptive father, Gaius von Belsar, before they departed. It was actually another one of his orphans, Livius Junis, who forbade them from seeing him. I can't say for certain, but it seemed that Livia had strong attachment to Gaius and wouldn't let anyone else near him.
You could say that again.
Yeah.
As far as I could tell, he tried his best to keep Livia at arm's length whenever possible, but her devotion to him was bordering on obsession, and she became extremely jealous at the slightest sign of affection between him and his other wards. Others, however, treated them far more kindly. In fact, a Prefectus Castrum of the 14th Legion came specifically to meet them.
Oh dear, you remember who that is?
No.
Pontificus Sass Maximus? We
Need more.
defeated him at Cape Westwind, and he had this huge monologue that went longer than the actual fight.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's him.
While it was surprising that a Rogainen had risen to such a rank, I was even more taken aback by his unguarded manner in which he spoke to his subordinates. I had hoped that with people like him serving on Eorzean's front, we would be in safe hands. Then the time came for Miss Melisandre to leave. We shared a few final words, and she was gone. It would be the last I ever saw of her. After that, I was assigned to the Tribunus Lacticalvis of the 14th, Nero Tol Scalvus, and I worked on restoring the Ultima weapon. I was even at the Praetorium on the day it was destroyed, but I escaped aboard an Imperial airship moments before it came crashing down. I eventually made my way back to Werlyt, only to be drafted into the 8th Legion to continue working on the weapon project.
7th.
Sorry.
Anything dealing with weapons is going to be 7th.
I know, those ones just kind of blurred together.
Even now, it makes me sick to my stomach to think I'd help bring those abominations into the world. Using a living pilot to feed the weapons core was part of the design from the very beginning. Of course, they'd never dream of subjecting a true-born Garlean to such barbaric treatment, not when the 7th Legion already has a supply of provincial conscripts ripe for the taking. The pilots were referred to only by their code names, and we engineers were not made privy of their true identities. Even with this list of conscripts, I still don't know who was sacrificed in the name of the weapon project.
Let's bring an end to the weapon project together.
Yeah.
But what can I do? For years, all I've known is how to build tools of destruction. The 7th Legion is far from finished. They're biding their time, waiting until the right moment to unleash the final weapon.
Which will be 5.5.
Yeah. And when they do, it will bring naught but death and woe to all who stand in their way. Even after everything they've taken from us, they still want more. If it weren't for the Empire, Melisandre would still be here. She was the kindest person I ever met, but to the Empire, she was just another pawn in their games. I will never forget her. There's a way I can make a difference. I know there is. But first I need to speak with the members of the Ironworks. I have a feeling that the War Machina used to bring the beast... I have a feeling the War Machina you used to best the Sapphire weapon will be called upon to action again. Until then, There's still time to make improvements, and I intend to help. I'll still be going ahead and planning to build the monument, but stopping the Empire must come first, and I hope Melisandre and the others can wait a little longer. Before I go, allow me to express my gratitude. I don't know what I would have done if it weren't for you. Until we meet again.
And back to Porta Praetoria.
Yeah, so it seems.
What, there's not like a half dozen different things to do here? But that really is a good theme.
Mm-hmm. Resistance officer. Oh, wait for you to come in. There you are.
So, how was your time in Turncliffe? Productive. I see. Fate has dealt her a cruel hand, but now she has a chance to make a fresh start. Same could be said of the whole of Turncliffe. Seems the liberation of that one small town will become a pivotal moment in Werlyt's history. Perhaps it won't be too long before the rest of the region is free from the Empire. Naturally, we'd be honored to fight alongside the people of Werlyt. We won't rest until the Imperials are sent fleeing with their tails between their legs. Till that day arrives, we'll carry on doing our bit to support you and the others in ending the weapon project. I'll be sure to pass on any pertinent information. In the meantime, take care.
And we are done.
Well, there is one more thing to do.
Huh?
On a different storyline.
Huh?
Didn't you say there's going to be a little kind of interstitial plot line for Copy Factory?
Oh, you're right. There is one. That will probably be up in Tamara.
I would think so.
Tamara or Cormora. In any case, we need to head to Tamara as soon as I can. There it is.
Now, this won't be something we stream, but I assume the quest to tie all the Beast Tribe stuff together will be in 5.5?
I believe so. It's generally every other patch.
Yeah.
Yes, there it is. To make amends. Yeah, after we finish the stream, if you could come over here, I want you to take a gander at my processor use space, because it doesn't feel right. And I hope something didn't, like, blow last night.
Yeah.
Last night, I dropped into queue for, Thancrete, or, Thanjeet.
Thanjeet.
With,
Ushit is Thanjeet.
Yeah, Ushit is Thanjeet. With Action and Suki. And as soon as I hit the accept button to pop the, instance, my entire machine locked up badly in ways I had never seen before. And it took a complete restart to get it out, and even then it never fully recovered. So I'm a little concerned. Konog?
To make amends, Konog is still looking considerably worse for his sister's absence. Here to see me? I appreciate it, but I'm afraid I don't have much to tell you. There's still no sign of Anog, and the villagers are, well, you know how they are. Can't blame them, really. 2P used us, she said as much, but we were the ones who allowed ourselves to be manipulated. I keep thinking about what we might have done differently.
You can't change what you've done, but you can change what you do now.
You're right. I have to fix this, somehow. Or at least try.
What are you lazing about here for, Carnog? Where's Anog?
She's still up to no good, I bet. And run off before we could make her own up to it. Don't be ridiculous. Anog, she's what? Go on. Explain to us where exactly Anog is. Because I'll tell you where my wife is. She's at death's door because of the injuries she suffered in the attack. Even if she wakes, she may never make a full recovery. So, if you know what's good for you, you'll get out of this village before I do something we'll both regret. Konog seems in dire need of comfort.
Yes, he does. And my comfort is only phoned in.
And that was really, really the wrong musical sting for you need to comfort someone.
That is such a piss poor comfort.
Yeah, mine isn't great either. Sorry, I really shouldn't be wallowing. I wish I could do something to help. For that man and his wife especially. I don't know either of them well, and I doubt anyone is willing to talk to me now.
I'll ask around for you.
I'll see what I can do, but you owe me. Double if anyone punches me in the face.
Oh dear. Give me a sec.
Do yours first.
I know, I'm trying to get Ops to wake up.
Oh dear.
So I can switch cameras if need be. Okay.
The idea of a dwarf punching me in the face.
I'll ask around for you.
Really? Thank you.
Okay, and switching to you.
I'll see what I can do. But you owe me. Double if anyone punches me in the face. Really? Thank you. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
With a bit of luck, they'll open up to you. If there's anything I can do to make things better, anything at all.
You'll be the first one to know.
In the meantime, I'll find another way to make myself useful. It's not as if there's a shortage of rubble that needs clearing around here.
Konog?
I'm sure it can be of some use, somehow.
Okay. Oh gosh.
Who do you want first?
Demanding dwarf.
I want to see some punishment with my own 2 eyes.
Decisive dwarf.
Konog had best find a way to fix this, if you ask me.
Dismayed dwarf. Where did that Anog run off to now?
Here you go.
Doomsaying dwarf.
Ditch your beard so I can tell you about the doom.
Dour dwarf.
Look who it is. I hope you're not up to more mischief with Anog and Konog. A woman with severe injuries and an angry husband. Yes, I know who you mean. I doubt there's much to be done, but I won't stop you from trying. Those two have always been inseparable. I don't think I've ever seen them not holding hands. Can't imagine how he's feeling, now that she's in such a state. You're friends with the poor dears, aren't you? The very best of friends. And how I long for those days we drank away without a care in the world. She always loved the mead. We all did. It was good mead. That it was. There.
Konog?
I talked to you, and no one got violent?
Not to me.
Well, no more violent than dwarves usually are. Mead. I suppose we are dwarves, so maybe it's not such a terrible idea. But as far as I know, none of our stores survived the attack.
Could ask Kamara. That's pretty much the exact same thing, just phrased differently.
Yeah. Down the cliff
we go then.
Oh, if there's some available for purchase, I'd happily spend the coin. Can you show me the way?
I'd actually rather show him the way, but...
Yeah, I know. I could go myself. With what he's been through, it is not too dangerous for him. No, I insist. I have accompanied you to much more dangerous places before, and I assure you I won't be a burden. And I need to do this.
Alright.
The hat wins. Nice, wonderful shot, and all you can see is my chin. I still have a few things to tidy away before I leave, so I'll meet you at the bridge in a bit.
Fair enough. Gives me time to pull out the chocobo carriage.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, 1 chocobo carriage to order.
Mm-hmm. Watch those balloons.
Which ones? Ours or theirs?
Theirs. I think you popped a few going through that gate.
Oops. So, need a right,
Going our way?
Yeah, pretty much. Konog?
There you are. Now, if you'll show me the way, just hop in the carriage. Ah, the ladder. I've never used it before. This will be an adventure. Actually, we don't even need to use the ladder. We could just have the flying chocobo carriage take you. He's not listening again.
Nope, no. He's a dwarf. When did they ever listen?
Point.
If mead is not involved in bribery, they ain't gonna listen. They're all ears if you mention booze. Yeah, that isn't the ladder. Why are you way out here? I was heading to the ladder. Did he get lost?
He got
again?
lost.
Yeah, he totally got lost. Konog?
The view is different outside the village. Maybe I can find the perspective I need. Are we going to have to, like, gesture at him the entire way to get him to go to the bridge?
I think so.
No, Foxfire, I think that's you.
Sure it wasn't the last boss in Eden?
Let's never go there. The only thing worse with that one than all the boobs would be if they aren't actually.
Yeah. Ew.
Yeah. It's massive. How in the world did you get this moving?
With a great deal of help.
Yes. The second one is hilarious. With a great deal of help. Well, go on. Tell me all about it. I had no idea all of that happened in Yulmore. And the Talos. Marvelous. I wish I had your ability to bring out the best in people. Maybe then Comra wouldn't be... Never mind. I thank you for your enlightening tale. And now, we descend. Indeed. Or maybe after these messages.
Nope, we're at the bottom.
Oh. Far be it for me to complain after having insisted upon accompanying you, but are we there yet?
No, we're not. We've got a little more to go.
Eastward it is, then.
Impatient dwarves.
Had not caught what that step was until they said it was complete.
Mm-hmm.
Speak with, you guessed it, Konog again.
Speak with Konog and Stiltide.
The next one is speak with Konog and Stiltide. This time with feeling.
Yeah, they're... Wow. Yulmore's dark. I've never seen it not be an electrical light parade.
No, it is technically after sunrise.
Yeah, all the lights are off, and then it's got the obscure gales going, but wow.
Yeah.
That's just like uber silhouette.
Don't look now, but I think they're staring at us.
Oh, I know they're staring at us. Except for that one. It moved.
Oh, there they go. Deep breaths, Konog. Just act natural, confident. You can do this. Ah!
Thayrin, Rylea, good to see you too. Yeah, who's your friend? He seems eager.
Yo! I would like some mead, please, ma'am.
Well, I can't say no to one who asks so nicely. And if any friend of Thayrin and Rylea's is welcome here, I'll bring out our finest.
You see? I did it. It feels so good to be working toward a goal again.
Here we are.
Thank you, ma'am. I think this should be sufficient payment. Yeah, but is it sufficient mead? Let's hurry back. As exhilarating as this adventure has been, I want to make a gift of the mead right away.
Can you keep from drinking it on the way back?
Maybe. But I mean, this isn't overflowing our inventory. I'm not sure this is enough mead for a village.
No. Oh, that was a quick return.
Uh-huh.
Konog?
Would you like to come with me? When I deliver the mead, I mean. Of course I will.
Yes.
And why are we suddenly switching to the other style of dialogue?
I don't know.
I appreciate it. I admit that I'm a bit nervous, but this is my chance to help, if only in a small way, so I have to take it.
Up top. Hold up.
Speak with Konog once more. So is this like the hospital ward?
No, this is upper part of the village.
I know, but I mean this building. Probably just their home. Excuse us, we wanted to offer our best wishes, and my sincere apology as well. So sincere it's full of mead. I know it doesn't come close to making up for what you've been through, but I brought you this. I thought that maybe you could share it later. Go away. We don't want anything from you. Oh. All I want is for you to sod off so that me and my wife never have to see you again. I'm sorry. Konog sounded to be in considerable distress. You'd best follow him lest he come to harm.
Quinnog!
Downstairs.
We have adventurer's knees. We can do it.
Oh dear. Yeah, he's in distress. He dropped the bottle.
Where?
Over here, outside the village.
Oh, yeah.
Bottle of me that Quinnog had so earnestly wish would cheer the unfortunate couple now lies forlorn. We've got another situation in our beards, ho!
That would be the foreman.
Oh, yes, it would.
What's up, foreman?
Quinnog just ran right past me toward the crater. I don't know about you, but I'd really rather not have him there by himself, especially not when he's so upset. I could hear the sobs from yalms away. What's all that about?
There's this injured woman.
Yeah. It's a tragic state of affairs all around. The man you met, his wife was with child before her injury. Can't blame him for lashing out, given the circumstances. That doesn't mean Quinnog deserves to take the brunt of it all. I'd consider it a personal favor if you'd find him and tell him so. Another personal favor, at any rate. He's not the most athletic dwarf I've ever met, so with any luck, he won't have gotten far while we've been talking. I'll go and have a word with certain folks in the village, see if we can't repair some of the damage that's been done.
Urza fits under the balloons just fine.
So did the other chocobos. It was the carriage that had trouble.
Oh my.
Yeah.
We're back in the bunker.
Well, it is indeed a crater. Okay.
Destination.
You find no sign of the dwarf you seek, a state of affairs that you're becoming all too familiar with.
You get a good night's sleep, Cold Silver. Thank you for joining us. This hopefully won't last too much longer, so... Because I know it's after Rylea's sleepy times.
Yeah, but at least I'm at the start of a 3-day weekend.
Ah. decide to take Monday off?
That was the day I choose of the 3, yes.
Gotcha.
Wednesday was, of course, popular, but this still hooks in with another day, and Christina volunteered to take Tuesday. So yeah, 3-day weekend, 2-day work week, and then I'm off until
This was the symbol you were
January
talking about, right?
4th. Yes.
Yeah. Whee!
Because all the other symbols are the Yorha symbol. That one's a silhouette of one of the fighters.
Which is probably how you know that's the fighter bay.
Presumably.
Considering that, as far as I understand, this model is effectively ripped out of the actual game, Nier.
Right. Okay. You still to see so much as a wisp of beard disappearing around the corner. Konak must be further down.
Now, before you hit the ship entry,
Uh-huh.
swing to the right. You'll notice active combatant list. All offline except 2.
Oh, no, wrong side. Uh-huh.
So technically 2 got away, because this is all filled in if you run past this before the monitors shut down. I bet you we're going to have to deal with them in the 3rd.
Presumably. Moonbase online. That's disconcerting.
Yes. Missions, scan, combat. Oh boy.
Air defense warning. Operational documentation.
Pod system.
Yeah.
Active. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the next one will be on the moon? That'll be scary. Because you know what the moon is.
Well, that one's just a regular moon, I think.
No, it's not. If Hydaelyn is the core of the world, where is Zodiark?
On the other hand, going to the moon will not be a first for Final Fantasy.
No, will not. Entering the alien ship.
Ah, yes, the Corridor of Woe. Much less woeful.
Yeah. Quite the jog, though.
Yeah. I really do like this theme. Normally, you really only just get this when doing the second platform. Before you get down into the bunker.
Yeah, I'm not sure which theme this is, but then again, I do not have all the music orchestrations out of any of the raids, really.
Yeah. And this is yet to be on any album. Because I believe the music in here is generally new. That it's done by some of the same people and so on, but it's not actually Nier Automata music.
It's similar to Nier Automata music, i.e. they took a lot of the same themes, they just reorchestrated it.
Now.
It's less indigested Ozma, but why is that still here?
Yeah.
That's more like the Forbidden Jawbreaker.
You. Anog.
Oh boy, headache.
Yeah. Anog, look over here.
Don't run off, Konog. It's dangerous. Let your big sister take the lead. Hey.
To say, I do like the costumes for these two.
What?
Oh.
Wicked White Konog, move!
Anog? Anog! Are you down there? I'm coming. Anog, answer me! Okay then. No. Anog? Are you behind this thing? Anog, please, say something. Yeah, I'm not going to try and pronounce that one. What?
dear.
Yes. Anog, it's you, isn't it?
Knock.
Kunog, I think
Anog
Anog may
be.
be...
Yeah.
How do you know? How did you even know about... Never mind. It doesn't matter. Anog is what matters. Anog, she... I know, but you can't stay here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fine. My. Well, this is not where I was expecting to go.
No. Pod. Who does not say anything. He is being a pod. Konog. Come on, talk with me.
Sorry, I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Auroch's dung, and you know it. I'm gonna check into Anog's lair real quick.
Hmm.
And they've left. 2B, or 2P, actually no, it would be 2B. And, my mind's starting to hurt.
Yeah, Foxfire, I agree. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered when I saw the gloves and definitely the hat.
Yeah. Oh god, it's the Moogle love seat.
Yes, it is. For some definition of love.
Love. Dig site chief.
Whoopo. True whoopo. Tell me you found him. Yeah.
It's more complicated than that.
What's the matter? I'm afraid something has happened to Anog.
Anog.
She fell from a cliff, you say? And then when she reappeared from this orb, there wasn't a scratch on her. I admit that sounds bad, but I found those two in these very tunnels myself years ago. They were a pair of troublemakers since the start, and they've always been a little strange, to be sure. They have good hearts, though, both of them. Anog's too headstrong to let a little tumble keep her down, and I'm certain she'll be back with us before you know it. As for the orb, I haven't the slightest idea, so don't you go prodding it. And keep it quiet for now. We may not be able to keep Konog from dashing off again later, but we can preserve the peace for now.
Fair enough, Chief.
And they were both originally found in the tunnels.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling.
Does your head hurt now?
Yes.
Does Kitty want a carriage to Yulemore?
I'll try to keep things here from getting any worse. That's about all I can do. Yeah, you do that.
And I think that wraps up all our special streams for all the new story content.
Mm-hmm.
There might be one more out there. I'd have to check, but I think that's pretty much it.
What else would there be?
I think I read something about there being another side quest thingy.
Because, you know, that was more for Nier. We've done Eden. We've done main story. There's nothing for the Beast Tribes yet.
Yeah, I'll have to do a little
We've
research.
done Werlyt. Should be about
I could be conflating it with the new role quest thing that was added that we did off air. Because otherwise it would just confuse everybody.
Yeah.
But I think I remember them saying that there was a new actual side quest. But definitely not tonight.
No, my head hurts too much.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was not what I was expecting.
Well, it is also Nier Automata, which, yeah, expect your brain to hurt. It's like, what?
You know what?
47 different possible endings?
Oh, that few, huh?
And the
But,
actual true ending, a lot of people say you have to play through twice to get it.
That's true for a lot of games like that. If they go down the multiple ending route, there's lots, and it takes you will have to go through a few tries before you can get the real ending, however that works. I mean, that sort of thing is a trope all of its own in Japanese games.
Yeah, yes it is.
But this means that Part 3 in 5.5 is really going to get wild.
Well, I think we're pretty much done for the evening. Stick a fork in us.
I think I need a drink. Or two.
Well, we've come to the right place. Thank you all very much for coming and joining us for these special streams. Tomorrow night, we will continue. Actually, we will start again at our climb for Heaven on High. That was just not our night. I don't know how else to describe it, but Yeah, it was.
Yes, back to business as usual.
Yeah, back to business as usual. Much
From the
dying
bottom, again, with feeling.
and an occasional ottering.
Yes. Yes. Because otter.
It's utter impossible.
Okay, everyone, have a great night.
You guys sleep well. Hope to see you tomorrow night starting at 9:30. You guys get a good night's sleep. Take care.
Yes.